Hey, welcome. This is Sig Taylor with Fish Out Loud. Hey, in a moment we're going to get you some fish catching action, but before I do, I kind of want to set everything up here. All right, I come originally from Clear Lake, California, which was rated by Bassmaster the #1 lake in the decade. 4 years later, I'm moving to Florida here, and I live on the Panhandle, and there's a lot of fishing down here, a lot of different types of fishing. So I'm starting to fish some of these rivers here that are it's kind of new. It's new to me. One of the things I noticed right away, California doesn't have that many other fish. It's kind of the bass is the master of their domain. Okay, down here, everything eats everything. All right, so now the bass gets positioned a little bit. It's still a predator. It's still aggressive. All right, but we got other things like mudfish. We've got alligators. So some of you that live down here know what I'm talking about. So here's some of the things that I've done to improve my percentage of catching bass here, all right? So I'm gonna be talking about the Choctawhatcheee River here, and kind of been going out there, seeing what this is all about, trying to catch some fish, figure the deal out. I'm gonna share with you some of the things that I have found, and if this helps you, let me know, because then I know I'm on the right track here, okay? And at the end, stick around to the end, because I'm gonna start showing you what some of the baits that I'm using that I know you've never, ever used. So get ready, here we go. Tournaments or opens and stuff like that because of the ego stuff. Let's cheat. Let's try to be called somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a fish on.
All right. There you go. Go back. Yes, it is.
Yeah. We're gonna measure him, see if he goes 12 inches. The zipper worm works again.
He's 12.
Oh, and they are black like anything else. Look at that black bass. That is a Florida tidal river black bass. There you go. Awesome.
Good job.
GoPro, stop recording.
Got on the zipper worm?
Yeah. You know, these fish, you don't need to do nothing. You can let them swim around for 10, 15 seconds, set the hook on them. Oh, he's running too. Awesome. Awesome. Yep, mega bass. Look at that.
Oh,
awesome. How come my camera's not working? It is.
Oh! There you go.
Oh, he came off?
Yeah, he's shitting me.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he smoked that.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome.
That's a mudfish.
Oh, you got a mudfish. Looky there, baby. You're the mudfish king. Every time.
This is a little bitty one.
Yeah.
Those 10-pounders.
Big Fish Jack Instagram catches just a baby mudfish.
Yeah.
I gotta hit this spot over here. Just looks too good. Got him? All right.
Saw him. I saw him.
All right.
Saw him feeding. He looks a little short. Oh shit! Oh fuck, you got him. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, that's a good fish.
Yes.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He ate it too.
Dude.
He smoked it.
Dude.
That fish, baby.
Dude, you called it. So this is the spot. That's a good one. Let me get a picture of it. That's a good fish.
Yes. Awesome. Woo! There we go. That's what we're talking about. He smoked it. That's a chunk too.
Stop it. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Smile for the camera.
Okay. All right, guys, you're just one cast away. Here we go.
Yeah.
We got a little gator in there. See him? A little gator right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
There he is, baby.
Why would they spook him?
Got him. All sideways, too. Oh, look at that guy. And I got to give him credit. Look at that hook, guys. That's how you smoke them. There you go. All right. Just one cast away. All right, we got pollywogs. Who was a kid and used to play with pollywogs? Look at all of them. Look at all the pollywogs. Look at that. Look at all the pollywogs. Oh, come here, bud. Let's catch the pollywogs. Oh, look at them. All right, we got some pollywogs here. Look at that. That's cool. Look at those pollywogs. All right, we're gonna let them go here. That'll be frogs before you know it. All right, so you saw some fish catching action. You want to go out now and you want to try to catch some fish and definitely maximize your potential of getting hooked up, okay? One of the things I found out here is the fish that I'm kind of catching a lot of, and when I say a lot of, I'm getting bit a lot, but we've got shell crackers, okay, mudfish. Now, again, I'm not a mudfish expert. You guys can help me out on this in this area, but last time I went out, I got sliced off 4 times using 40-pound braid, okay, and then I'm also using 20-pound fluorocarbon, and those 4 times it sliced me off. Those things got teeth. I don't know if I ever want to catch one, okay? And then of course catching bass. It seems like the bass are isolated here, so I'm looking for current, and what I'm really looking for is there's so many different creek arms that feed into the Choctawhatcheee, and so I'm fishing points, current, but I'm also looking for something a little bit different. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but I think bass are a little smarter than mudfish and shell crackers, okay? And so they position themselves a little bit differently. First of all, the baits I realize I've got to throw down here is black. I don't care if it's black and blue, black and purple, it's black, okay? And one of the baits I've been throwing is a Gambler Mega Daddy. I'm gonna take this out and I'm kind of get a little closer and kind of show that to you, all right? When I get this Mega Daddy, what I do is I actually take, you know, they flap pretty good, the craws do, but I take the scissors and cut them a little bit more, so I'm actually getting a little more flap out of it, okay? So that's one bait I throw. The other bait I throw is something that I guarantee you no one's thrown. And I got this from California. It was a bait, real popular back in the early 2000s, late 90s, 1990s. And it's made by Roboworm. You've heard of Roboworm, but what made them famous was the original zipper. They're actually the first ribbed worm to ever come out. And the midnight is my favorite color. Now, what makes this so good is sometimes the fish are eating this big old thing, but other times, even though this is a big profile, it's also slender, and I get bit a lot on this bait. So again, it's a Roboworm Midnight, and I just kind of stick with those two baits. Now, is there other baits? Absolutely, absolutely. But it's either black and blue, black and purple. It's always that color here. And if you can get bit on another color, God bless you. Awesome. But I want to also make you aware of a hook that's been out there for a while, and it's called a skip gap, and it's made by Gamakatsu. Take a look at that skip gap. And the hook is really interesting. It doesn't come in a heavy, it comes in a light wire, but you know what? I found that it really doesn't matter, this light wire. I've never bent one. I'm gonna try to get that up there really close here. And one of the things I hate is I hate that bait always slipping off, you know, on a regular hook. And this skip gap by Gamakatsu, and depends on the aught, but I use between a 3, 4, and a 5/0, is it stays on. Also what I do is I use 2 bobber stops. I have the first one up there, then I put my weight. Weight depends on what you want. I like to use tungsten. And then I go bobber stop, tungsten weight, bullet weight, and then below that I have another bobber stop before I tie it off to the hook. Now, why is that? Well, that weight is always coming down and hitting that hook. But once I stick a bobber stop on it, it doesn't do it, so it doesn't have the tendency to make it push it off the hook. Awesome secret. I hope that helps. And if there's any questions you have, feel free to ask me a question. I don't have all the answers, guys. I'm trying to figure this out too. In California, it's a lot different. Coming out here, I'm having to learn some lessons, take my licks, but that's what it's all about, is trying to figure this deal out. And if you can come out with something a little bit better, let me know, because I'll start trying it too, okay? If you like what you see, you know, I appreciate it if you hit like, hit subscribe. It gets it out to more people, and that's what it's all about, is helping each other out, okay? Guys, remember, you're always just one cast away.